Think back to a time when you were growing up, when you were playing a video game, or watching a movie, or listening to music, and you were just thinking about how, desperately terrifying it was, or how scary it was for you. This series is going to be about, things that scared me as a kid, and I'm sure it scared many others, but on this first episode, we're going to talk about Resident Evil 1. There's a lot of different stuff that could be technically scary in Resident Evil 1, like Cerberus, or the Nemesis, or even Forrest, from Stars Bravo team. Shout out to Caden and Jace for real. But there's one thing in those games that just scared me way more.
I gotta get out of here!
What is it?
Watch out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of this. What is it?
Good question, Barry. What is it? I'm going to try to answer that for you today. On the wiki, we don't find much other than the fact that his name is Turning Around Zombie, or TAZ for short. And after searching countless websites, Reddit posts, forums, I cannot find a single origin story for this guy, no matter where I look, no matter how many times I Google it, no matter what YouTubers make videos about Resident Evil. The one question that I've never seen be asked before is, who is the zombie from Resident Evil 1? Or what are the events that could have turned him into a zombie? Or where did he come from? The answer may be a lot more simple than you think. Enough yapping. So let's get into my theory, or the evidence that I have that could maybe give us a little bit of a spotlight on who this guy could be. Grab a snack, that nasty flat can of Faygo sitting on your bedstand, and let's spin a tale. Keeper's Diary. Played poker tonight with Scott and Elias from security, and Steve from research. Steve was the big winner, but I think he was cheating. Scumbag. May 10th, 1998. One of the higher-ups assigned me to take care of a new creature. It looks like a skinned gorilla. Feeding instructions were to give it live animals. When I threw in a pig, the creature seemed to play with it, tearing off the pig's legs and pulling out the guts before it actually started eating. May 11th, 1998. At around 5 a.m., Scott woke me up, scared the shit out of me too. He was wearing a protective suit. He handed me another one and told me to put it on. Said there'd been an accident in the basement lab. I just knew something like this would happen. Those bastards in research never sleep, even on holiday. I've been wearing the goddamn spacesuit since yesterday. My skin's getting grimy and feels itchy all over. The goddamn dogs have been looking at me funny, so I decided not to feed them today. Screw them. Went to the infirmary because my back is all swollen and feels itchy. They put a big bandage on it and told me I didn't need to wear the spacesuit anymore. All I want to do is sleep. Found another big blister on my foot this morning. I ended up dragging my foot all the way to the dog's pen. They were quiet all day, which is weird. Then I realized some of them had escaped. Maybe this is their way of getting back at me for not feeding them the last 3 days. If anybody finds out, I'll have my head handed to me. Rumors are going around that a researcher who tried to escape the estate last night was shot. My entire body feels hot and itchy and I'm sweating all the time now. I scratched the swelling on my arm and a piece of rotten flesh just dropped off. What the hell's happening to me? fever gone, but itchy. Today hungry and eat doggy food. Itchy, itchy. Scott came. Ugly face so killed him. Tasty. Itchy tasty. I know, good narration. I'll take the Oscar later. Here's my theory. I believe the man in that diary, the Keeper, was the very first zombie that we find in Resident Evil 1. Let me explain. Here's what we know about the Keeper. He was kept somewhere where he was able to get to the dogs. He was easily accessible to some kind of break room where he could sit with comrades of the fellow workers of the facility, of course. And he was out right in the open somewhere where someone could walk up to him and just get straight up obliterated. And you may be asking, but Urbanleggin, how are we gonna find out where he was? This place has biochemical labs, hidden switches and traps everywhere that you can fall through and disappear in. It's 10 times stories higher than any normal mansion ever been built. The answer is simple. He came in through the front door. If you look at the floor plan for the Spencer Mansion, there's the front door, the stairs. It leads right into the kitchen area where you find Barry. You go through that little room, and I believe one of those areas they could have been sitting and playing poker. And if you played Resident Evil, if you go out to the courtyard, they have caged animals, the dogs, and they jump right through the window when you walk. Not too far actually on Jill's playthrough, just in one of the other directions. So I think it's quite possible that he just turned. Scott came in, bro ate Scott, that had a little munchy time, and then, he's been sitting there for a really long time. So yeah, dude, when they came in, finally, when Stars Bravo team came in, he ate the black guy. That was my Resident Evil 1 theory, and I hope you guys liked it. I know I'm doing a little more highbrow, talking about some nonsense content, but we'll be back to the normal loud music on top of fighting video game clips soon enough. But I just wanted to thank you guys for watching, and it's crazy that I even have had a YouTube channel or started making videos, even though we are still pretty low on subscribers and stuff like that. I appreciate everybody who still watches, and I hope you guys have a good one. And like and subscribe, and comment something nice. Comment what was the scariest Resident Evil moment you've ever seen in your whole life, and thank you for watching.